The best about the tangle. John Harbaugh mixing it up with his players. Willis McGahee. This game is brought to you in Sony High Definition. Ravens Patriots next on CBS.
Presenting
Welcome back to Gillette Stadium, Foxborough, Massachusetts. Baltimore and New England, with the Patriots winning the coin toss and electing to kick it away. They're going to defer. We're going to see that Patriot defense on the field at first. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms here for the call. What about this New England defense? Much different look than recent years.
Well, I talked about Baltimore's defense in the opening, and this New England defense, I kind of thought Bill Belichick feels pretty good about what they've done so far in the first 3 games. It's been revamped and it's faster. Let's see if we can tell on the field.
Well, they will be without Mayo today. He's down, but they have Wilford. There's Chris Carr, who they picked up in the offseason. Good returner. First with the Raiders, then with the Titans. He's dangerous. Gostowski sends it deep. Almost midway through the end zone. Carr's coming out with a quick burst to the 20. And ball is out. That ball is out and recovered. Recovered by New England. Brandon McGowan with the recovery. Chris Carr coughs it up to open the game.
Jim, we just said sometimes, or a lot of times, when your defense gets faster, where do you see it? Not only on the defensive side, but in the special teams. You get down, you make those tackles, you're in position to make hits that makes ball carriers fumble the football.
It was Eric Alexander who stripped him. McGowan carries the ball to the sideline with the recovery. And the Patriots offense is on the field at the 12. Sam Aiken in the game as a receiver set to the left. They empty out the backfield for Brady. Moss in the slot to the right. Brady looking for the quick strike. Nope, goes to the 5 and a reach around. No flag. That's Fabian Washington defending on Sam Aiken. One interesting thing here, you saw Aiken as a target here. Joey Galloway inactive today. Now, there was no sign of that coming up into the game, into the weekend. So not a good sign for Galloway around this New England franchise.
No, it isn't. Different offense for him, and I think it's just he's just not adapted so far.
A 2nd and 10. And the Patriots take advantage of the quick turnover. It's Maroney stacked up by Kelly Gregg and others. Give him a yard.
And Jim, you look at this game, the New England Patriots, you said it, they opened up 5 receivers spread out. That's what the Baltimore Ravens are expecting today.
But there's been one overall problem for the Patriots offense early in the season. It's been in the red zone, getting it into the end zone. Now, they've scored every time they've been inside the 20, but not touchdowns.
Opportunities have been there. They're just not taking advantage of them at a high enough rate. But the receivers, by and large, have gotten open.
There's Welker now, again returning this week, set to the right. Julian Edelman on a wing to the left on 3rd and 9. And Brady, pocket, collapses, and Brady is sacked back at the 15 by Trevor Price. So again, Gostowski is called on. He has kicked 7 field goals just the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Jim, good job. They're trying to throw this football on the inside to Julian Edelman in the Ravens defense. Good job of getting in front of the receivers. Nowhere to throw the ball. Tom Brady, good job. Keep 2 hands on it.
Boy, Price almost reached in and was able to knock it out. 32-yard try coming up from Gostowski. Hands it on the hole. The kick is good. So he's made 10 straight on the season after missing his first one in the game against Buffalo. 3 for the Patriots off the turnover. Now the colors of autumn starting to surface here in New England. And the Patriots have a takeaway in 12 consecutive games after McGowan recovered a fumble on the opening kickoff. But again, the Patriots unable to find the end zone once they moved it inside the 20. We'll see if Carr now, how he recovers after the last time he gave it away. Special teams so vital to these two. Both head coaches, former special teams coaches. The car a yard deep this time. Galloping again. Thought about switching hands. Now holds on it with both arms as James Sanders comes up, makes a nice stick short of the 20. Joe Flacco last week against Cleveland, career best, 342 yards. Flacco, the first rookie ever, first rookie quarterback that is, to win 2 playoff games. Took him to the AFC title game a year ago. So now he'll get his first snap. Down 3. And it'll be from his own 19. Willis McGahee actually in the backfield, not Rice. And with a play action fake, Flacco incomplete. He was looking for Derek Mason.
Jim, Willis McGahee, you put him in there because you want a play action pass, and defenses, they're smart. When they see McGahee come in there, they go, oh, here comes a run up the middle. So good thought process by the Ravens, but the Patriots all over the receivers.
Kelly Washington, the former Patriot, now a Raven, in as an extra receiver in a slot to the right. He's been a pleasant surprise for them. Already caught 12 balls the first 3 weeks. Here's Flacco. Almost intercepted by Vince Wilfork. He had a play on it. The big man didn't expect that to be right in the old chest area.
Well, before the game, he was warming up and he was throwing a lot of footballs. Maybe he should have caught a few, but good pressure against Joe Flacco, and that happens a lot when you got receivers going short across the middle. Defensive linemen are absolutely a part of the pass defense.
So back to the shotgun goes Flacco. 3rd down and 10. Ray Rice is in. He's a good receiver out of the backfield. And a lot of finger pointing. Ron Winter will be the one to sort things out all day long.
Outside. Defense unabated to the quarterback, number 95. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
It'll make it 3rd down and 5 for Coach Belichick's side, who spoke very glowingly of this new defense, if you will, up here in New England.
I think they feel like they've made the transition. Likes his young players, but like we said, likes the speed.
On 3rd and 5, Flacco throws it for the first down. It is Mason with the catch. Old reliable in his 13th year out of Michigan State, Derek Mason for 17 and a first.
You said it right, Jim. Number 85, bottom of your screen. The pass protection is excellent. And then Joe Flacco waits till he sees Derek Mason come open and then just drills it in there.
Go from the 41. Now they run it, and that's McGahee for 4. The Baltimore offensive line anchored in the middle by Matt Burke, who came over as an agent from Minnesota. His coach last night telling us he ties the whole thing together. That line brought a lot of experience and a lot of talent. And there's McGahee in the lineup to begin. McClain the fullback. Mason the receiver who just picked up the first down. Now it's a 2nd and 6 from the 45. A Ravens offense that's 2nd in the league in total offense through the first 3 weeks. Flacco back to Mason. And he's shoved down by Sean Springs, but they advance the football to the Patriots side of the field. This New England defense, talking about what Belichick said, our defense young and fast. We're better in the secondary on 3rd down in the red zone and on big plays. Thomas, the former Raven, one of the linebackers. Springs and Bodden on the corners. Merriweather in his 3rd year out of Miami, the strong safety, a position once occupied by the great Rodney Harrison. And a procedure penalty now going against Baltimore.
False start. Offense number 71. A 5-yard penalty. It remains 1st down.
You know, Jim, a lot of things when you watch this game today. The Ravens' deep offensive line, it's a good matchup against a very big Patriots defensive line, so they might be able to run the football and have success. In the single coverage outside with Joe Flacco's arm, they're able to take advantage of sideline passes more than a lot of teams are. So it's a rough, interesting, diverse test for this New England Patriots defense.
It's a 1st and 15 now, back at the 49. And it's McGahee right in the arms of Jarvis Green. And a loss of 2.
Not many teams can just come into a football game when they're playing the Patriots and say, we're going to run the football to win today. And you might get some 5- and 6-yard runs, but very seldom you get 1 over 10, and very seldom, as you look at Jarvis Green, are you just going to have every series where you have one successful run after another.
Jarvis Green, one of the reasons, one of the talents that allowed them to send Richard Seymour right before the start of the season to Oakland. On 2nd down, it's over to Kelly Washington. He's had a lot of practice time against this defense in his years in New England. And that picks up 9. Green, again, Jarvis Green was creating some pressure on Flacco.
Yeah, they're getting there. And the one thing about this Patriots defensive line, Cam Cameron, offensive coordinator, said it this way. He goes, their defensive line is big, but their linebackers, it's really like playing against 6 defensive linemen when you play the Patriots.
Cam Cameron, his 2nd year, and has he ever brought life to this offense, along with this 2nd-year quarterback in Flacco. Did the Patriots jump again? Flacco rolling out, maybe a free play, and Mason coming back for it. They give him a generous spot at the 33, and it's a 1st down if the penalty is against New England. They'll take the play instead.
Offside. Defense number 96 in the neutral zone at the snap. And penalties declined. The play results in a 1st down.
So Mason with a pair of grabs on 3rd down to extend the drive.
I think what we saw last year, we just saw there, Jim. Joe Flacco, even though he's about 6'6", a little more nimble than you think, able to get outside the pocket and throws it well on the run.
And throwing again. It's Mason for a 4th time on this opening series for the Ravens.
You know, to keep it simple for the fans at home, when you have 4 defensive linemen in your lineup, a lot of times you get this look. You get single coverage on the outside. So the Ravens, once again, this is what all quarterbacks, if you got a good arm, when you throw outside, there's less people. You can see it cleaner, so your decision should be very good.
Mason to the sidelines for a quick breather. He's been fighting the flu all week. And he's picked up 4 catches as the Ravens are putting together an impressive drive. On 1st down, that's Rice. Down to the 15 and a gain of 6. You're seeing a lot of pink on the field today. We talked about it on the NFL Today, as October, of course, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month around the National Football League.
Joe Flacco's shoes.
Padding around the bottom of the goalpost, and even the officials with wristbands.
You know, I had quite a few women up here before the game talking about they'd like to have some pink shoes like Joe Flacco's wearing. Put a little heel on it.
Brady wore them in practice on Friday. This is the 11th play of this opening drive for Baltimore. Mason back on the field. 2nd and 4. Almost picked. Oh, a couple of players had a play on it. He's trying to get it to McLean.
Quick passes over the middle of the NFL. They're dangerous. I don't like them. And what happens is that time it was the linebacker going across. It was Guyton who was running across to cover a running back going out in the flat. But when you're a quarterback, you always must see in front of the receiver. Hard to do when it happens that fast.
Yeah, Guyton had a shot at it. So did Merriweather. Merriweather doing a good job defending on McLean. So he forces the Ravens into 3rd down and 4.
Prior to the snap,
called
timeout
by the Ravens. So third down coming up out of the break.
Joe Flacco looking at the play clock, begging Matt Burke, please snap the football. Good job not wasting 5 yards when you're down here in scoring territory.
Yeah, trying to beat the down clock. And then said, we got to take a timeout. So 3rd and 4, flooding the left side. It's back to Mason. He's got another first down reception.
This offense does a little bit of everything. They got a lot of different options. Here's the tight end. Here comes the tackle over, so it's unbalanced. They fake the reverse. You get the defense thinking, oh, unbalanced line. They're thinking all the scenarios. Then they throw the quick screen outside. Really well designed. When you get inside the 20, it's all about deception. Fool the defense, and that time the Ravens fooled the New England defensive lineman and secondary.
1st and goal to go from the 7. Flacco lost it. Almost pulled in, almost reeled in by Clayton.
A lot of contact outside. I think if Joe Flacco would have held the football just a little longer, he could have seen Sean Springs got a lot of contact, and he could have changed the way he threw it. Good job by Sean Springs, reroute the receiver right off the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal. McGahee behind Flacco. They fake to McGahee. Flacco, well, he was hit when he threw it. And Michael Orr, the rookie right tackle, caught it. It was Guyton who forced the awkward throw or deflected it. And it's going to be a loss of 8 yards.
It looks like the officials were going to rule it a forward pass. So it wasn't a fumble. Good job by Michael Orr being alert. The arm was coming forward.
Michael Orr, who shifted over to the left side on that last 3rd down play and threw a beautiful block to help allow Mason to move it inside the 10. This time makes the grab, but it's a loss of 8, and it's a 3rd and goal. Rice wide to the right, operating at the Patriots 15. And again, battling the shot, the play clock here. Failed to beat it this time.
5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
So now 3rd and goal coming up from outside the 20. That's twice. Once they had to take the timeout. This time they weren't able to do it. Backed up now 13 yards. Sends Rice out of there. Flacco had heat, throws it, and it is caught. What a throw and a catch by Mason, who is hurt on the touchdown grab.
What a throw by Joe Flacco under pressure. Just stands in there nice and calm and just throws a bullet to the outside.
Well, he didn't have much time left. Mason holds on for the touchdown. We got a break here on the action. Just now coming to his feet. Probably had the wind knocked out of him the way he awkwardly landed, but held on. What a catch by Mason. And throw by Flacco as Burgess was coming in on him.
Yeah, Flacco leaned to his left. Arm was high, allows him to get the throw off. Will Height goes underneath, but what a job catching the football. Goes up. Clean catch with the hands and those pink gloves, and lands flat on his back.
Flacco bought himself a little time, didn't he, at the end?
He did. Just watch the little move. Just leans to his left with his upper body just enough so his arm can clear Derek Burgess. And, well, you know, we've talked about it so much, but Joe Flacco, he may be about as cool as anybody I've seen in this league in the pocket.
Flacco found Mason 6 times on that drive. 4 of them converting 3rd downs as Hauschka converts the point after. What an impressive start for that Ravens offense. Brady about to come back out, down 7-3. Aerial coverage of this game provided by DirecTV. Gillette Stadium, where the Ravens had played twice previously but had never scored a touchdown. Only a pair of field goals in 2 trips here in the past. In fact, the franchise has never defeated New England 0-4, but they take it 81 yards today in 15 plays. It's the longest drive yielded by the Patriots this season.
Patriots, they're not used to seeing an offense move. You're right, Jim. Under 50 plays a game by their first 3 opponents.
Hauschka delivers it to Maroney at the 6. Maroney bucking his way out to the 24. 17-yard run back.
Jim, we talk about deception. Here's Derek Mason. Look at the help Will Height has to his inside. He has 2 safeties, so you want to stay outside of the receiver, but that little move to the inside by Mason, just that little step, was enough to create all that room to the sideline. And like I've said, a good strong arm, good route running, you're going to have opportunities to throw it outside.
Right now, the Patriot offense was unable to move it from the 12 when they recovered the fumble on the opening kickoff. Now, Brady hits Welker for a first down. Ed Reed riding them down. Gains 11. Brady's so happy to have Welker back. They hooked up 12 times in week 1, then Welker's missed the last 2. Mr. Brady, with 47 pass attempts a game so far. He's thrown more than any other quarterback in the league through 3 weeks. 3 touchdown passes, none of them to a wide receiver. They've all gone to tight ends. Well, first down from the 34. Maroney. Things got bottled up. Dominique Foxworth. Nope. Close down that side on a loss of 2. But that Patriot line had not given up a sack of Brady in 135 pass plays before the one at the beginning of this game by Trevor Price. And Randy Moss, through 3 weeks, has more catches, 26, than he's ever had through 3 games, the first 3 games of any season. 26 catches coming in, but again, no touchdowns. Kevin Falk and Sammy Morris are in on a 2nd and 12. This is Edelman, and the rookie winds his way for a first down. Randy Moss threw a block over there for him, picks up 12. Here is the Ravens defense. Nata, Gregg, and Price up front. Price already with a sack in this game. Again, it's Ray Lewis, the spirit of this defense. Feeling like this is the most complete Baltimore team he's ever been a part of, by far. And Ed Reed, who has 12 takeaways in his last 18 games. Going a 1st and 10 from the 45. From the pocket, Brady waits. That goes to Maroney. Sidesteps one defender, has the first down inside the 40 and down to the 37.
Over the years, since that 2007 season, when the Patriots just threw the football so well, what they've really learned to do, when it's taken away down the field, look how long he looks for somebody to come open deep. They've gotten very, very good at the short passing game. Good job by Brady, good job by Lawrence Maroney. All that space. Oh, wow. There's just no chance. When you put a running back in that space, Ellerby has no chance to make the tackle.
Yeah, it was Donnell Ellerby as Maroney runs right into a wall. Picks up a yard. Let's look at your philosophy here.
Well, today, when Tom Brady gets those chances down the field, they've been missing them before. Here it is, Randy Moss. Look at the space, how wide open he is. And 2 years ago, they hit him every time. You even saw Randy Moss throw his arm up in disgust because they missed it. But that will come, especially as often as the Patriots throw the football.
2nd and 9. Brady steps away from the pressure and is on target, but the ball is out. That was Aiken, incomplete.
You know, the Patriots are one of the few teams in the NFL Usually, when you watch the quarterback look to the right, if somebody's not open, they throw it to the right, somebody's short. But Tom Brady looked right, and then he looked all the way back to his left side for Aiken coming in deep across the middle, and that's a good call.
That was almost a couple of steps with that, but
the defender was making contact to though, Jim. That's the reason there's no flag coming out from the Ravens sideline. And a 3rd down and 9. Pressure. Brady steps up. Pass away, and it's incomplete. There is a flag. He was going to Watson.
Personal foul. The passer. Defense, number 92.
That's called on
the head of the quarterback.
Nata,
15 yards.
and that's a big one.
1st down.
They probably were outside of field goal range. It was close. It probably would have been like a 55-yard try for Gostowski if they went that way, but now they get the first.
3-man rush, and they get pressure. And Nata, it looks like his left hand hit Tom Brady in the face. Anytime you make contact with the helmet of the quarterback, it is going to be 15 yards. And, you know, always the fan and everybody goes, well, it wasn't bad. Well, you don't want to get in position and go, well, that one was bad, this one wasn't. If you hit it, it's a penalty.
That is Falk. And showing some great quickness. Running right behind Morse for about 8.
Well, good quick snap. Keep the defense guessing. Keep them off guard. And Kevin Falk, what did I say to you on Friday? Man, I don't know about this guy. Seems like he's been with the Patriots for about 15, 20 years.
That's close. It's already been, what, 11 years?
11, but he looks as fast and as quick as I've seen him ever. Usually you don't see that with a guy once he's been in the NFL for 11 years.
The last guy still standing that was here before Belichick. Well, you said he looks quicker than ever. Here's Fred Taylor now for the first time. Ray Lewis has a hold of him. Ray telling us last night he's very familiar with Fred Taylor. Many battles against one another.
You know, kind of the same can be said about Ray Lewis. He's been around long enough, too. There's not many guys he hasn't hit head-on in his league.
Taylor picks up the first down. Yeah, Ray Lewis talking about Falk, the last guy standing before Belichick arrived on the scene. Well, Ray Lewis is now the last original Raven now that Stover is no longer with the team, the kicker. 1st and 10 from the 12. And if the drive now is about 6 minutes for New England. To the end zone and over the head of Aiken with Walker on the coverage.
One of the things, or a couple things, this Raven defense, they're going to try to make sure Wes Welker just doesn't beat them inside. He's in here. They got 2 defenders on him. And on the other side, Randy Moss, they're going to make sure they hit him at the line of scrimmage and always try to have 2 defenders on him, too.
A 2nd and 10. They go with Taylor. And he's able to squeeze past Ray Lewis and pick up about 8.
Just me personally, I like this offense of the Patriots when they mix it up, when Tom Brady's underneath center, because it just brings in so many more plays for your offense. The run game, it can be more powerful going straight ahead instead of across the formation. And also, just like last week, when you're underneath the center, if the defense is thinking run, it's much easier to get the football down the field to Randy Moss and Wes Welker.
With about a minute to go in the first quarter. Can the Patriots do something in the red zone this time? 3rd and 2. Taylor driving, and a yard short. So 4th and 1. Belichick not afraid to go for it.
Oh, he's kept him in there. He's already made the motion.
Last week he went for it against Atlanta from his own 24-yard line. And converted.
Now this is 2 yards.
Yeah, they're going to bring out the chains.
Well, I'm saying they're on the 2-yard line. That's my mistake. It's 4th down and
need about a yard to go for a first.
Yeah, it looks like maybe less than a yard. So good job. Ask for the measurement because that will. There is such a thing as a short yard and a long yard, and that will play heavily on his decision.
Ed Reed not happy about something. Right at a yard.
It's a yard. Well, they've shown, hey, how about last week on their own 24, they go for it on 4th down. So the Patriots, like every offense now, I shouldn't even say it about one, they have just such a wide variety of plays, and they are ready for this situation. Most coaches, all right, they go, hey, 4th and goal from the 1 or a situation like this, they already have in their mind the #1 play they want to run. I agree with this. Go ahead and go for it. It's early in the game. If it doesn't work, you can overcome the fact that you don't make it.
It's Morris up the middle. He has the first down. That'll probably close out the quarter. Morris picks up 2. They only needed 1.
How about that? Quick snap. Give it to a big running back who never dances around and went straight ahead.
Morris right up the middle. We'll begin the second quarter just a yard away from the end zone. 7-3 Baltimore after 1. We'll return after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Yep. We're starting the second quarter. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms, with New England having just gone for it on 4th and a yard from the 3, and they convert with Sammy Morris early enough in the game.
That's right. Always remember, if it didn't work, they got them backed up. It's still plenty of time, like I said, Jim, to overcome that decision. You said it right. Bill Belichick, he's not afraid of going forward on 4th down and making the tough calls in the game. Like the announcer said last week, sometimes it's easy when you've won 3 Super Bowls.
And that's going to take him back to the 6.
False start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty.
Center.
Remains first down.
Dan Copeland, so he must have moved the football.
Remember, this is a drive that was kept alive by a roughing the passer call against Nata of the Ravens.
Oh, yeah, Dan Copeland, he flinched.
Greg was ready to pounce, wasn't he? We saw that little flinch. Got a little jumpy, too. But it was against the Patriots, who now have it first and goal at the 6. Brady rolling out, tucking it in, and sliding down at the 2.
That's the best decision of the day. The run was good, but getting down. I thought for a second, if he tries to go into the end zone, did you see Ray Lewis?
Yes.
Tom Brady works hard on throwing the football on the run. Good job just making sure he's watching. Watch Ray Lewis.
Still took a little hit.
Oh, boy.
It's a good thing he went low. So it's just inside the 2 now. And a 2nd and goal. Taylor lined up behind Brady. Straight ahead. No signal yet. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady.
That's 4 times Tom Brady has used the snap count to his advantage. Most defenses think he's going to come up there and look around, decide what's going to go on. So when he goes on these quick snap counts, the defense is just not in the starting position. And you can see Ray Lewis just a split second late on making that decision to come in and hit Tom Brady. That's all you need. Snap counts are they're not utilized enough by NFL quarterbacks.
Gostowski makes it 10-7. 14-play drive. 76 yards.
If all of us go together.
Well, Baltimore's had the football only once. They drove down for a touchdown, but that New England offense answered right back. A 7-minute, 51-second drive. Carr, he wants to run it. He will from 3 yards in. And he is stuck by Pierre Woods at the 24. So Flacco, just for the second time in the game, Baltimore back on the field with offense. Tom Brady just a moment ago heading to the locker room, but taking off rapidly. There's Brian Hoyer, who is the only other quarterback on the roster, a rookie who made the team as a free agent out of Michigan State. Maybe it's an equipment issue with Brady, who just scored his first rushing touchdown since October of 2007. Flacco to Rice. Passed a couple of hits. Nice piece of running for 4. Derek Mason was hurt on that touchdown grab, but he's back in there for the Ravens offense. He had 6 catches on the opening drive. That's the most by any receiver so far this season on one drive. 6 for 77 and a touchdown. 4 of them coming on 3rd down, including the touchdown.
And most of those times, where every time except for the screen, it was just him one-on-one. Derek Mason still got those quick feet to get out of cuts and get open.
And Flacco up top to Heap.
What a route.
One Patriot holding on by the ankles was James Sanders, who picks up 22.
I took my eyes off of Todd Heap as he goes up the field. I said, oh, he's covered. Watch him bend all the way out and then bend back inside. Again, fooling the defense, deceiving them. That's what he does. And what a nice throw by Joe Flacco. And Cam Cameron, if you watch the Ravens last year, they're going to find 3 or 4 ways at least a game to heave that football down the field. Good job by Todd Heap making the catch.
It's Rice. First down carry with room. And darting to the 38, a gain of 12. Tom Brady is coming back out now.
And Brian Hoyer can now catch his breath. When Brady went in, Brian Hoyer stood up just, you never know. It could be a quick turnover. He warmed up. He threw about 100 passes in about 1 minute.
That was one of the super fast loosening up efforts you've ever seen. But the hat's back on now that he sees Brady on the bench, poised to play again. Flacco, by the way, has thrown for 100 yards in this one. Just a couple of minutes into the second quarter. Looking for more with pressure. Throws it, falling back, and incomplete. That was Darius Butler on the coverage, the rookie from UConn. Derek Mason, the target.
Okay, Joe Flacco's under pressure, still throws it over 50 yards, just flicking his wrist. And Darius Butler, what a play down the field. Because it's a good job by Mason. He gets him in his back pocket. He's pushing on him. And Butler, as they always say, we heard all the time, Jim, from coaches, the moment of truth for a defensive back. When the football is up in the air like that, he knocks it down.
Second down, again, more pressure on Flacco. Had to unload it. Burgess was in on him fast, and Banta Kane. It's update time. James Brown.
Jim and Phil, take a look at Cleveland running back Jerome Harrison here, stripped by Leon Hall. And guess who's there? The big fella, Robert Gathers. He takes it 75 yards, escorted to the end zone. Browns have allowed 48 points on turnovers this season. They've only scored 29 themselves. They trail 14-0 back to Jim Nance and Phil Simms.
All right, thank you, JB. Their other touchdown, Cincinnati, homer to Ocho Cinco. 3rd down. They're getting pressure on Flacco. This time, able to launch it. And a last-minute recovery by Merriweather to knock it away. Again, they were going back to Mason.
That was one, the pressure on Joe Flacco, or he could have stood in there and braced himself and threw this football down the field, and he would have had a touchdown. He gets by James Sanders, and how about that? Merriweather from the other side reads the quarterback and comes all the way across and covers up for James Sanders.
Our first punt today.
What a play by Merriweather.
Yeah, it looked like Mason was waiting for it. And it was open. Cook, tops in the league last year, getting punts inside the 10. And he's got another one today. Matt Katula, the long snapper, the one who downs it. 29-yard punt, a beauty inside the 10.
Where you live with NFL Sunday Ticket on DirecTV. Travelers, insurance, in sync, and by Samsung LED TV, the official HD TV of the NFL.
Tonight, 60 Minutes, a crook who had a Ponzi scheme like Madoff's, and now he's in jail. But unlike Madoff, he's talking about it on 60 Minutes tonight on America's most watched network.
Jim, let's go back and look at that breakup by Brandon Merriweather. Top of the screen, Mason. James Sanders gets beat. And look at Brandon Merriweather on the other side. Sees the quarterback throw the football. What reaction? And there's that speed that's different this year in the secondary for the New England Patriots. Stop the touchdown.
Brady will come out with shotgun from his own 9 on first down. That's Welker. He is wrapped up quickly by Ellerby. Picks up 4. Well, Welker's someone I know they're thrilled to have back, Phil. He caught 12 balls in the opener. Missed the last 2 weeks. And a rookie filling in for him, Julian Edelman.
Who did a good job. And you know what? And we watched him in practice yesterday, but you realize he's not Wes Welker. Wes Welker, more experienced, just quicker and faster. And Tom Brady, of course, has tremendous trust in him.
Welker had never missed a game before this season with his last 2 weeks. Next ball. Unable to sidestep the hit. And Ray Lewis and Ellerby closed him down. A loss of a yard. Randy Moss without a catch so far.
Well, it's number 1 goal. What you do with all teams. There's a saying in football, Jim. Make the offense be left-handed or the defense. So when you look at the New England offense, there's nothing you can do about Tom Brady, but take away his number 1 weapon, Randy Moss, and say, beat us with the other guys. That's what they're doing.
3rd and 7. Morris and Falk, running backs, are split out wide. Is over to Morris. And he got the first. Sammy Morris, who picked up a big first down on the touchdown drive, gains 8 this time.
Yeah, just a terrific job. I'm watching Tom Brady. He comes over here the whole time. So now it makes sense. How did he pick out Sammy Morris in that situation? A blitz by the Ravens. Good job by the Patriots offensive line.
2 touches for Morris. A pair of first downs picked up. He again goes wide to the left. Down the middle, he's got a man open. It's Watson. Takes it to the Baltimore side of the field. Picks up 34.
There's a throw that he'd been missing before, Jim. And at this time, Tom Brady, nice job, pumps it left, but just nice and soft to his front side, to his right. Where before he's just been thrown a little too hard, right up the seam by Ben Watson, who really has the speed of a wide receiver. And it's just a big part, I think, of their passing game when they're trying to get those big plays down the field.
Watson's longest reception in 2 years. From the Ravens, 46. Maroney picks up a blitz. And Brady's able to get it away incomplete. We've got an update again. Back to you, Mr. Brown. JP, take it away in New York.
All right, Jim and Phil, Peyton Manning and Reggie Wayne. We're getting used to that combination. Wayne working hard to get open, and he does. 5-yard toss, and it is now 14-0 Colts over Seattle. Back to Phil.
All right. It's a familiar sight, isn't it? As Manning and Wayne have another one. Meanwhile, here in Foxborough, the Sun has won a weekend-long scrimmage with the Clouds and claim victory now, and it's bright and beautiful. I expect it'll be that way the rest of the day. Running up the middle, that is Morris for 6. You can watch fantasy football today to get the last-minute news and analysis you need to set your fantasy league lineup. It's live. It's every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, only on CBSSports.com.
Just look at this drive. Sammy Morris catching that short pass. The Ravens are probably going to get the ball around the 50-yard line, somewhere in there, but that short pass enabled the drive to keep going. Why you hear so much about 3rd down and 5 or 6 or 7, you got to have a lot of ways to pick up first down.
3rd down, Brady just gets rid of it, and a flag thrown. That's going to be interference. They were holding back Randy Moss. Foxworth. Maybe it's against Moss. He's been known to do that a time or two.
Offense number 81.
It is.
Penalties declined. Makes it 4th down.
Well, Ray Lewis also had a chance to say hello to Tom Brady. They usually see each other over in Hawaii. They had a chance to pay a little visit at the back end of that toss.
Ray Lewis comes untouched from the outside. Tom Brady just has to get rid of the football. I was wondering if I would decline this penalty because maybe the Patriots would have gone for it on 4th down. No, they're going to punt it away.
Chris Hansen. Jake Ingram, a rookie long snapper. Taking over for Lonnie Paxton, who had that job for so many years. And gone to Denver. Hansen, well, he got the sideway bounce that he wanted, but it was a yard too deep. So only nets 20 yards.
100 years of engineering excellence is right on time.
Baltimore Ravens, who week 1 out-battled Kansas City. Big win out at San Diego. You look at these games they've won. Cleveland, certainly not unexpected, but their 2 road games, their first 2 road games, teams that you figure are going to be in the mix in that postseason picture. They already have the upper hand now on the Chargers. They would love to get the upper hand, ball tiebreakers and everything else against New England. They could get a victory here today. Flacco. Oh, flips it at the last moment to Heath. He barrels that across the 25. They had a couple of plays on the sack there, unable to take him down.
Yeah, how about that? Just flipping it underhanded. But I'll tell you what, the Patriots, they better keep pressuring Joe Flacco because they have got guys talking about the Ravens. They are flying down the field. And Derek Mason, that last play, he was, if Joe Flacco would have seen him, it would have been about a 60-yard toss in the air, and it could have gone for a touchdown. The Patriots might have to back up a little with their defensive backs.
Their defensive line has had a couple of shots at Flacco, but they have not sacked him so far. And 2nd and 5. That is over to McGahee, and the ball comes out incomplete.
You know, the NFL now, I've said it a couple times, your offense has got to be diverse, and you better be good against the blitz.
That is Flacco on the field, down. No, it's not. Okay, we got a little injury timeout. We'll be right back to New England.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx. We understand your business could use a Dick Butkus pep talk. And by Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
There's an injured Raven on the field still, surrounded by 5 members of the medical crew, and it's Jared Gaither, the left tackle. Number 71. Marshall Yanda has already come onto the field. A backup lineman out of Iowa.
You saw Gaither grab his face or his head Not speculating. His hands didn't go up, but he is moving. Both arms, both legs. Yep. Watch 71, top of the screen. Gets hit. Looks like he hits the back of Joe Flacco.
With the crown of his helmet.
Yeah, with the crown of his helmet, yes.
Coach Harbaugh now has come out. And that huddle at the 15-yard line. Take another timeout now. We'll be right back to Foxborough. The injury to the left tackle of the Baltimore Ravens, Jared Gaither, third-year man from Maryland. His helmet, he just got caught in a very awkward position. And they got wedged right into the back of Flacco as he had the weight of another player on him at the same time. It was a different angle. Bottom left of your screen. Yep. Just joining us, we've had an injury here to the Baltimore Ravens, Jared Gaither. And they have already brought the ambulance down to the base of the ramp. And he is very carefully going to be lifted off the field, off this board and onto a stretcher.
You know, Jim, we did see the doctors out there. He was squeezing their hands, and we did see him move both legs.
You know, your years of playing, I know you were exposed to moments like this far too many times, being a teammate. Watching this, Ray Lewis, a prayerful moment, and I don't know mentally how you turn right around and even think about getting back into the game. How would you handle a situation like this as a leader?
Well, I think everybody handles it in different situations, different ways, Jim. But you know, you hope for the best, and I think they all have they know what we know. They see him moving around, and they hope. They're all hoping, and players, you always just go, I hope they're just being showing all these precautions, and it's going to be fine. And I think that's how everybody and athletes, we do it in our normal life. We just hope for the best. That's how you deal with it. You can never be too cautious, of course, in a situation like this. And the stories in the NFL, a lot of good ones, because of the medical staffs prepared, educated, alerted, and they're on top of these type of situations when they do come up.
members of the Patriots training crew has come over to see also if they can offer any assistance. As soon as we have any information from the Ravens PR staff, we'll be passing that along to you. Somehow everyone must, on that field, 22 players must refocus. They moved Michael Orr, the rookie from Ole Miss, the first rounder, over to the left side. Put Yonda on the right. Flacco in trouble. Being chased. Throws it away left-handed. And a flag, it's going to be grounding.
That might not be grounding. He's out of the pocket, and as long as that football lands somewhere near the marker, the line of scrimmage, it's legal.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 5. A 10-yard penalty and loss of down makes it 4th down.
That was Guyton chasing after him.
Yeah, well, it's not as close as I thought. I see the what a job by Flacco.
Yeah, to avoid a sack. Cook in the punt, standing at the goal line. Kevin Falk. To go over to the 28 to retrieve it. Falls forward to the 37. 57-yard punt. 8-yard run back. Tonight, the amazing race. 2 members of the Harlem Globetrotters compete. But our strength and size enough to get ahead. It's an all-new amazing race, and it's tonight after 60 minutes on CBS, America's most watched network. Inside of 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter, with New England up 10-7. Maroney is the running back. They go up the middle with him.
I'll tell you this, Jim, you know, you heard me talk about it earlier. Tom Brady's snap counts. And by going on so many quick counts, just going up there, getting set and going with the football, it settles the Ravens defense down. Now they're not going to walk around and try to confuse the quarterback or the receivers with the different looks or who's trying to pick up what blitzer.
That's a 5-yard carry by Maroney. Tom Brady's going to throw it. Looking for Moss, who has his first catch of the day. Randy Moss at the Baltimore 42, picks up 16.
Yeah, that was nice. A blitz, when there's a blitz, well, you can't double cover Randy Moss in those type of situations. Dominique Foxworth, that's how you play it. You give him room. You make Tom Brady throw a 20-yard outcut to Randy Moss to get that completion. And he drags the pink shoes.
Yes, he did. Rather forcefully. Big time drag. And Maroney for no gain. Maybe even a loss of a yard.
This Raven defense, Haloti Ngata in the middle, number 92, is probably the biggest, best athlete in the NFL. You can't block him, Harley. You just hope to just have him stand there. But he's so good. He can occupy two blockers, and he's athletic enough to still be able to get between them, get to the quarterback, and he can chase guys down to the edges too. Great first-round draft pick.
On 2nd and 11. Over to Morris. Well played right away. Jarrett Johnson, there is a flag. Play picked up only a yard.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Contact at the knees of the quarterback.
For the second time.
15 yards.
Roughing the passer against the Ravens.
That's Suggs, number 55. Oh, yes, and he went down below the waist, and that is absolutely a personal foul.
Boy, that is like on the same part of the field, too.
Yep.
Where Brady got knocked out against Kansas City in the first quarter. Same spot, right?
It's very close. It looked like he could have stumbled, but there's just no, again, you might have stumbled, didn't mean to do it. Doesn't matter. 15 yards.
Welker spins past and is down to the 13. Spun away from DeJuan Landry, goes for 15.
So fast in small spaces. That's Wes Welker, able to catch the football in the slot. He comes up, look at the quick break, then reverses field inside Landry. Number 26 is safety. Very hard to cover him. And how about Randy Moss? It's just enough of a shove to give Wes Welker another 5 yards.
Give New England another set of downs. Morris breaks to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown. Sammy Morris. Landry missed the tackle on the previous play of Welker, and he missed one here also. Goes for a 12-yard touchdown run.
Well, it's just a good job of mixing in the run with the pass, the spread formation. It just makes the Ravens think pass. Good fake by Tom Brady. The others, hey, Statue of Liberty. And Sammy Morris, what a job. He wastes the last second. He diagnoses the defense, then he gives that little step, and Landry misses him. Watch this little hesitation. Oh, there we go.
Sammy Morris making some plays for this team. Gostowski. And a 10-point lead. 14 unanswered points by the Patriots.
You know, you look at the Patriots, you just said Sammy Morris doing his job, but they're loaded at the running back position, and they have found ways to keep everybody involved. Kevin Falk, we talked about, Lawrence Maroney with catching the ball and running it, and then Fred Taylor has shown that he could be a powerful runner inside. Like they had that receiving core, Jim, of a couple years ago. I'm not saying this running back group is as strong as that receiving core, but it's not far off of it.
Well, it's a different approach, though, isn't it? I mean, what happened in 2007, that prolific season that Brady had, the 50 touchdown passes. He even told us this week that it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You know, the league's adjusted since then, in the less than 2 years since.
Well, the team has changed, and I always say the NFL, the fastest adapting organism there is in the world. And it's what it does. It does. But the Patriots have made some nice adjustments. And this last game and a half, you can see the power coming back into the offense, the toughness, by running the football a little more.
They don't have Carr back deep anymore. Lardarius Webb will take the touchback. No, this is a pretty loaded set of running backs.
Well, you go across. First round draft pick Lawrence Maroney, Sammy Morris, Kevin Falk have just been utility players up here, have done well. And then you got Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis, just in case something happens to the four guys in front of him. He's kind of running back and can do a little bit of everything.
And Fred Taylor, who last week rushed for over 100 yards, became the 15th all-time rusher in the history of the league as he moved past John Riggins. So on first down, it's Rice bursting ahead for about 7, maybe 8.
Well, Bill Belichick had a few nice things to say about Ray Rice, just how much he admired him as a player, how good he thought he was. He knew that coming out of Rutgers. He was alerted to him, and Ray Rice, an NFL running back, can block, catch it, run it, elusive, can do it all.
Yeah, he was singing his praises, especially about his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. That was Belichick.
Yeah, he didn't do that at Rutgers, but he's shown that he can do it here in the NFL.
Need to get to the 30 for the first. Rice has it with ease. And out to the 39.
And, you know, we laughed about it. I said, well, don't wonder he didn't catch the football at Rutgers. How could he? He was running it 40 times a game. So they had to save him up. A nice run, nice cut. And Ray Rice, as he talked about it, he goes, boy, it's amazing. I have more football knowledge. And, of course, when you get more knowledge, it just makes you a better player.
Fake to Rice. Flacco with a flag, and this time he is decked by Mike Wright. Wright had been close a couple of times to getting them.
Hey, well, they put a lot of pressure on their offensive line, the Ravens.
Might be a face mask here.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness, number 99 defense. Ball to the head of the quarterback. 15-yard penalty and a first down.
99's Mike Wright, right in the middle. I couldn't hear the...
They kind of hit him up in the face.
Yeah, he did. I think he hits him in the face. Oh, yeah. Hand to the face, automatic.
Second time we've seen that already today.
You know, there's the hand goes underneath into the face mask on the chin. I get in this argument all the time with fans, and they're they just, no, they're not. You can't protect the players enough. Players will get used to the rules. They adapt.
Out of the gun, Washington dropped it, and darting in there was Merriweather looking for the theft.
Well, this Merriweather.
He's got some speed, doesn't he?
He is. I'll tell you, in person. You can watch on TV and do all that stuff you want, but you can't really tell about certain players till you just see them on the field. And Merriweather, you could see the speed, the experience now, been up here a few years. As he said, Rodney, what was Rodney Harrison's nickname? Hot Rod?
No, yeah, Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. He said Hot Rod taught him well.
Hot Rod prepared me like I was a starter my first few years, he said. Rice catches the ball, takes it to the New England side for 8. Gonna come up to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to go in the first half. Here the Ravens were able to find the end zone first with Mason. But Brady and Morris leading back the Pats. We're back at Gillette Stadium, but we remind you coming up the Sprint halftime report. JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer. Coach Cowher. All the latest scores and highlights and coming up. Baltimore trying to do a little business here before the half. 3rd down and 2. And again, pressure. Rice makes the catch. What an effort to pick up the first. Sean Springs, well, you thought maybe he can make a play on the pick. Maybe he'll be able to stop him right after the catch, but Rice out wrestles him for not only the ball, but for the yardage.
Well, not only that, the Patriots are just relentless today with their blitz, and they are getting there, but the Ravens hanging in. Joe Flacco, Ray Rice just making a tremendous play to keep the drive going.
First down, Kelly Washington. We have a penalty. It went for 12 yards to Washington.
Everybody was yelling about that catch. We couldn't see.
Holding. Defense number 96. Penalties decline. The play results in a first down.
That means Baltimore will now snap it at the 32. Ravens have 2 timeouts.
I think they're going to review the last catch by Kelly Washington. Under 2 minutes. Goes to the booth. Catch. Still has it.
Oh, look at him cradle the ball.
2 feet are on the ground. He had it, and then it's bobbled, but he was not being hit by the defensive back as he was trying to make the catch. So to me, he had possession before contact. So he doesn't have to basically get up and hand the football to the referee.
Merriweather did everything he could to not get loose, but got to think this will hold up as a catch.
The throw, both feet were on the ground. He had possession. Then he's hit by Merriweather. I've said that name a few times today, haven't we?
Oh, man.
And Kelly Washington, though.
Kelly Washington, who played a little minor league baseball in his time.
Yep.
Came out of the University of Tennessee 7 years ago.
Went there as a quarterback.
Yeah, but he roomed in the minors with Red Sox ace Josh Beckett. He used to be quite a special team star for this New England team.
I always thought Kelly Washington was going to be a top flight receiver in the NFL. But he was with the Cincinnati Bengals, and they had so many good ones, it was hard to get in that top rotation. So then what's he do? Well, he comes up to New England on as good a receiving core as you'll ever see.
But reunited in Baltimore with Hugh Jackson.
That's right.
One of the assistants here who had him when he was a part of the Cincinnati Bengals. Now remember, if it's ruled not a catch, then they'll be able to enforce anyway the defensive holding call.
A lot of talking, but
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The defensive hold by number 96 is declined. First down, Baltimore.
it's amazing. I don't know why. It's almost like saying you think, because you just sit here and you go, boy, I hope I'm right. It's amazing how you take it personal. But
That's that competitive side of you, man.
I don't know if it's competitive or just
Want to be right. Can't blame you. And you were. Kay Harbaugh looks up at the clock. 1:22 and 2 timeouts to play with, and first down. Back to Rice. Rice inside the 20, stepping out at the 15.
Yeah, that was a tremendous call by the Ravens. They have to do something to slow the defense down.
Now James Sanders is hurt, Phil.
Good screen pass. Look at the blitzers coming from both sides. You can't pick them up. Let them come. James Sanders, 36. Wow, he just dives to make the tackle and hits the turf.
They're going to charge New England with a timeout.
Yep, under 2 minutes. Watch James Sanders as he's chasing Ray Rice across the field, and as he dives, just
right arm's in an awkward position when he landed on it.
Yeah, gets it under him, and who knows why? A lot of things. Yeah, shoulder, just knock your breath out.
The football will be in play at the 17-yard line. We've got the Sprint halftime report just a short distance away with JB anchoring, Dan Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowher offering their insights. Scores and highlights coming up on the Sprint halftime report. Pat Chung has come in, rookie defensive back out of Oregon. Flacco. Oh, is he inbounds? Yes, it's going to be a pick. Lee Bodden ends the Ravens drive.
That was really some nice job by Lee Bodden. He did have help, so he didn't take off with the receiver, and Joe Flacco was trying to throw it behind. He's looking into the backfield. That's what makes him do it. What a job to get contact and have the receiver in front of you, and then find the quarterback and go, uh-oh, here it comes. Foot in, drag the toe. Terrific job. Holds on to it.
They won't even have to review that one. The first foot was down, the second foot left a mark on the playing field.
Well, it just shows you play the techniques. See the quarterback.
Of course, they are going to review it. As soon as you say that.
Well, they're going to review whether he held on and had possession, Jim. That's the point here. That football it's allowed to move. Joe Flacco lets this go, and he's probably thinking, oh, that's a nice throw.
Watch the first foot, how close that was, though.
Oh, maybe it is the. Yeah, it looks in. I can see. Well, I can't tell if it's green or his blue toes. You got to keep that football in your hand all the way through there. It looks like he does. So when you do the review, you can look at everything. It can be footwork, drags the toe. Yeah, he keeps the ball. It moves a little, but he never loses possession.
Bodden looking for a little winning action after being a part of the Browns for 5 years. The last year with the Lions. Man, it hadn't been returning to a lot of happy locker rooms for a while, has it?
Paid his dues.
We're hearing now that Jared Gaither, the left tackle of the Ravens, injured with an apparent head injury earlier in this quarter, and is being transferred now to a local hospital, Mass General Hospital. But the great news here, folks, we just get it. He is moving all of his extremities. Thank heavens.
Yeah, that is good news, and for everybody, and especially for his family.
Wow.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It is an interception. First down, New England.
All right, so they looked at both elements of this play. Feet were inbounds and possession of the football.
What will the Patriots now? Well, they're going to go to a gun, so they'll try to do something with it with 2 timeouts.
Probably a draw.
1:11 on the clock. You got it. Good call, Phil.
Well, I tell you what, now that was close. It wasn't a clean handoff.
Picked up 4 with Fred Taylor. Ian Badejo with the tackle.
He bobbled that football just a little bit, but what you're trying to do here is to just get 1 first down knowing the Baltimore Ravens still have 2 timeouts. So this will determine. This play will determine whether the Ravens use that timeout right after the play.
Talked about bobbling that. The timeout now called by John Harbaugh. Patriots have not fumbled the football in 27 quarters. So even though you saw it almost there. Why did he wait that long?
Why did he call it? There was 3 seconds to go. You have 2 timeouts. I don't know. Can't come up with an explanation.
We'll be looking for your insights. See if you're still on a roll on Wednesday on Showtime. With your Inside the NFL with you and James, Chris Collinsworth, Warren Sapp. There you are directing traffic.
Yes, I have all the answers after the fact. That's what I do.
Who are you pointing at over there?
Probably
off camera. Is that right?
Who knows? But now it makes everything easier for the Patriots. Take a knee, run out the clock. Don't understand the timeout.
Now that's going to close down the first half. New England leads at 17-7. A Brady quarterback keep for a touchdown. Sammy Morris with a 12-yard run for a touchdown as the Patriots put up 14 unanswered in the second quarter. We'll be back with the Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. And Patriots 17-7 New England, bound to start the third quarter. The ball will be kicked to New England. And what really stood out in that first half to you that might have surprised you?
I think what stood out is how aggressive both defenses were. I'm a little caught off guard by the blitzing and so much of it. And you know, it kind of goes with both these coaches. We talked to John Harbaugh and Jim and Bill Belichick quite a few times, and they believe on forcing the action and trying to win the game, their game themselves.
All right, some of the first half action, noteworthy action in that first half. Mason on that first drive, boy, he was something else. He had 6 catches for 77 yards, including the touchdown. And then the Patriots in the red zone, they started to iron that out, didn't they?
Yeah, well, we said it coming into the game. They've had the opportunities, and today they're taking advantage of them.
They had a field goal after recovering a fumble on the opening kickoff. Held to a field goal, but the next 2 trips in the red zone, 2 touchdowns. And a reminder, this game is brought to you in high definition right here on CBS. So Hauschka and the Ravens will kick it away. New England had deferred after winning the toss, but ended up with the ball anyway because of the Chris Carr fumble. Maroney snags it at the 1. Stiff arms and steps out at the 21. Tom Brady in the first half. Your thoughts on his performance, Phil?
Well, I thought it was he played really well, Jim, and I just like the mixture that the Patriots offense had. The formations, they varied everything. They kept this Baltimore defense, I think, guessing. They settled it down with all the quick counts. And as Tom Brady said, listen, the offense I think we saw in the first half, as he told us on Friday, that's who they are now. They have to mix it up. It's all not about just throwing the football.
He's going to throw it on first down to Welcher. And a short grab of about 4. He had 6 different receivers in that first half. 5 different Patriots credited with a rush, including Brady with a touchdown from about 2 yards out.
Well, I think the Ravens, too. They accomplished 1 goal. They wanted to make sure Randy Moss was not just going to run around the field free and make plays.
He had only 1 catch in that first half. On 2nd and 6, Morris picked up by about 3. Nata and Suggs, who's playing his 100th game today, combine on the tackle for a loss.
Well, we talked about 92. Olodi Nata in the center just comes across, beats Mankins, just can't block him. He's too fast. And we talked to Ray Lewis last night about him. Ray Lewis is, what would you call him? Ray Lewis is the quarterback. He's the offensive line that protects him. Just feels a lot of, has a lot of responsibilities, that defense, and he does them well.
3rd and 10. Lewis loving the fact he's got a body up front like Nata. Open, create some more plays for the linebacker, and Brady guns it, but there is a flag. It's tossed to Welker.
Illegal contact. Defense number 25.
So a mistake by Chris Carr.
Correction, illegal contact. Defense number 25. 5-yard penalty and a first down.
There's 2 today, the opening kick and now this one, which will give him a first down. That
In
would
the
have been
slot,
a punt.
grabs on, there it was. You just got to know that Wes Welker, when we went down the field, he's making that move, that he's 2 to 3 yards still short of the first down. So you do not have to overplay when he's in that position.
First down carry for about a yard.
And don't forget, they had a roughing the passer penalty in the first half on 3rd down. The Baltimore Ravens did, that let the Patriots keep moving and score a touchdown.
Actually, both of their touchdown drives were aided by roughing the passer calls against the Ravens. That defense, some penalties have been really hurtful today. We got another one here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Baltimore bench. 15-yard penalty and a first down.
Well, that's against John Harbaugh. His headset came flying off. He's still hot about the pass interference or the defensive holding.
Well, that's a step off all the way out to the 42.
Don't see that call too often, Jim. In fact,
no.
I don't know if we ever have.
Fake by Brady. Flag thrown. Chase is on. Over to Maroney. Could be coming back, though, as he cuts back to the 30. And is walloped at the 28. It's good for 30 yards. Ed Reed slow to get up.
Holding. Offense number 72. A 10-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down. Correction, repeat 1st down.
Matt Light to reverse the field by Tom Brady. Offensive linemen, they don't know sometimes, and they just go, well, why is that guy, this defensive player, going here? So their first reaction is grab him. Bottom of your screen. There's the leverage, and he just holds on.
Jarrett Johnson almost got him coming off the hold. 3 plays in the second half, and we've had 3 penalties. A game that's already running long with all the injuries. The first down snap from the 32, 1st and 20. What a grab by Watson. Snags it for 17.
That's a good word. Snags it, snatches it right out of the air. Ben Watson, somebody that, you know, a lot of people said, well, is he going to make the football team going through training camp? And, you know, I remember reading the articles, and he was talking. He says, hey, all I can do is work, do the best I can, and see what happens. I mean, you have that attitude. It works out a lot of times. Had a good preseason. And like I've said, he's fast, It's almost like a wide receiver playing the tight end position.
2nd and 3. They go for it up top. And another completion on the sideline to Morris. He picks up another first down on 3rd down. Gain of 6. What about Randy Moss today? Had 26 catches through the first 3 weeks. Some good blocking that time.
Well, Jim, listen, you can't force the football to these wide receivers, and the Patriots are doing an excellent job of not doing it. If you want to double cover him, okay. Why do you think Ben Watson's catching some passes down the field? And that last play, the other tight end, Chris Baker, was wide open, uncovered down the field, but Tom Brady couldn't get to him.
He's completed his last 6. And that was in the area of Welker.
That's when your football team, if you come out here and just go, wow, if we can't get the ball to Randy Moss, we can't win, well, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So the Patriots over the years, you know, we've talked about it many times, they're versatile. They don't try to rely on one person too much. We see it with the running back situation. They play multiple tight ends. And, of course, we see it on all the positions on the defensive side.
On 2nd and 10. Good job picking up the blitz. Frees Brady to launch it long. And it's over the head and out of bounds in the area of Aiken, who was well covered, double teamed.
Tell you what is good, though, if you're a quarterback or whatever, it's good to have a guy like Randy Moss, because you go, well, okay, they got to double team him, so we know what's going on and what we have to do. It's like a defensive lineman playing with a great pass rusher. You're not going to get double teamed. The other guy might, but you won't.
Brady was talking to us on Friday about how sometimes the fewer receivers they have on the field, the more effective Randy can be. Spreading it out means he has to get rid of the football a little bit faster.
Well said.
Oh, he's wrapped up by Johnson this time. Jared Johnson not letting go, and a sack. And a loss of 7.
Yeah, Jared Johnson haven't had a chance to talk about him today, but he's the one to stop that big play when Matt Light held him. But he's a hard worker, just never, he just keeps going. And the initial coverage is good. Randy Moss, top of your screen. I love that hand up.
We've seen that, though, sometimes mean there's a touchdown pass on the way. Johnson wasn't going to let Brady get rid of it that time. Hanson, some serious hang time here. And quietly settles at the 16. 36-yard punt. Now we'll see the Ravens in the second half for the first time on offense. Down 10. The Patriots chairman and CEO, Mr. Kraft. And the visionary not only for this football team, but for the Revolution, the soccer program, and this whole area in Foxborough that's been developed by him. Now, Flacco. And as the Ravens finally get back onto the field in a while, Clayton picks up 2.
It's what the Patriots do to a lot of offenses. They make them stand on the sideline. But we talked about Randy Moss getting double teamed. And you know it, but still doesn't make him happy.
A little frustration.
And, you know, we showed him raising that arm, Jim. And you go, oh, he was open. No, he wasn't. There was another defender waiting on him. They had him double teamed on that last play.
As Kevin Falk saying, that was my Gatorade. There's McGahee. Takes it across the 20, sets up a 3rd down for the Ravens.
Oh, who are you kidding? If you play the NFL, you're going to wipe off all those cups sooner or later on the sideline out of frustration.
Tom Brady, we saw him for so many years sitting on the sidelines talking to Josh McDaniel, the new coach of the Broncos, and they will meet up next week when the Patriots and Denver play in our national doubleheader game. 3rd and 3, and Flacco on target. Good grab, too, by Kelly Washington. Tightly guarded by Springs, but Flacco on the mark. 4 yards and a first.
Good job of being physical by Kelly Washington. Just running the defender. And Joe Flacco, watch his front shoulder. Just rotates it, has such, I'll tell you, he has beautiful rhythm when it comes to throwing the football. And as John Harbaugh said to us last night, Jim, this guy's built for the long haul because of his size, the way he acts on the football field, he doesn't get rattled, and the fact that he's going to be able to throw the football well for a long, long time.
First down and 10. Oh, that's heat. Dangerously bouncing off his fingertips. Guyton was the one who helped deflect it and almost landing into the arms of McGowan.
Last week, this Patriots defense, they took away Tony Gonzalez of the Atlanta Falcons because they said, hey, that's a big weapon. They're going to take away your first weapon a lot of times, make you go to your next one. And so far today, Todd Heap having a hard time getting the football in his hands. Double covered that last time.
Heap with 2 catches for 27 yards. Second and 10. Go to Rice, and he is unable to hold on. By the way, talking to Coach Harbaugh about Flacco and what's happened here from year 1 to year 2. And I think the word that really came to mind quickly for the coach was he's quicker. And I said, in what respect? And basically he said everything. Quicker thinking, quicker with his motions, his footwork. You see it too, Phil?
Absolutely. Saw it immediately when I saw him in the preseason this year, that all of his off-season work was already showing on the football field.
Third down. Needs 10. Throws going left. Oh, what a play. He had pressure to Flacco, and he finds Heap this time for 14. And at first, Adalys Thomas was trying to chase down the quarterback.
Yeah, you know, I say it all the time, Jim, in the NFL, you got to be able to move just enough. But how about this, throwing across the body and right on target to Todd Heap. If you can't make all these throws, moving backwards, going to your left, you're just not going to have success as a quarterback in the NFL anymore.
Working up the middle with Rice. Good for about 3. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the NFL and the NFL players, in collaboration with the American Cancer Society, are running a national screening reminder campaign. Visit NFL.com/pink to learn more. Well, Flacco, you were talking earlier about not only his mechanics, but the way he's built, his arm strength and all. How was it put to us last night? He was born to be an NFL, a pro quarterback.
A pro quarterback.
This time ball in the air, and it's incomplete. Guyton trying to get over there quickly. Tried to jam it in there. That throw that time to Clayton.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, too. No matter what happens here today, this defensive backfield, it's been revamped. Oh, that's a nice break by Sean Springs. Reading the quarterback, seeing the receiver, seeing through the receiver, and through to the quarterback, breaks on the quick slant. But you can notice they contest the passes better than they have in the previous years.
Well, they've converted 7 out of 9 times on third down, including 2 for 2 on this drive. Can they do it again? No. Wright has a sack. This time it's not accompanied by unnecessary roughness. His second sack today.
You're right. Coverage down the field. Trying to get the first down. Holds the football, then just pushing the pocket. Finally gets. Now, don't be upset. If he threw it out there, it'd have been intercepted.
Mason hasn't caught a ball since that opening drive when he caught 6 on that series. And 4 of them on third down. Cook sails all the way to the 10 for Falk. Ball's out. And Botton recovers for the Patriots. Mason had the game's first touchdown. Brady. Then Morris. And it's 17-7 New England. abutting the property at Gillette Stadium, the CBS scene. A lot of reminders through the years of shows like Gunsmoke and I Love Lucy and the Ed Sullivan Show. Got a little show going on over here today too. By the way, that fumble by Falk on the punt return was the first time New England had fumbled the football. Of course, they didn't lose it, but fumble of any kind in 29 quarters, over 600 plays. Brady, look out. This time he fumbles. Copeland chasing after it. The Ravens, though, have recovered for a touchdown. Just talked about they haven't fumbled in 600 plays. Haven't lost one in over 7 games, and they cough it up, and it results in a score.
Who do you worry about if you're the Patriots? And we said it coming in the game. You keep your eyes on number 55. Terrell Suggs is the one that can make the sacks, that can turn football games around. And that time he finally got a chance. On the edge, one-on-one, and he beats Matt Light.
Juan Edwards with the recovery. Suggs breaks it loose from Brady's arm. Belichick had told us on Friday at practice, you got to know where Suggs is at all times. Hauschka adds the extra point. Did Brady see him? I don't think so. Couldn't know where he was at all times. Suggs forces the fumble. Edwards recovers. Ravens are in. 622 plays without a fumble. Not talking lost fumble, a fumble. They fumble the punt return, recover it. The very next snap, the second straight play, they fumble. This time they lose it. And the Ravens are right back in it, down 3.
Yep, we said it, Jim. Suggs, the guy you look out for, but against Matt Light, the left tackle. But Matt Light, last week, John Abraham, he was the guy you had to look out for against the Atlanta Falcons. And Matt Light had a terrific week blocking him. So you got to leave him one-on-one every once in a while.
And Maroney's going to run it up the middle. It pops around out to the 21. Ion Badejo brings them down. 17-7, third quarter.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Monsters vs. Aliens. Get the hit movie plus Bob's all-new 3D adventure in the double DVD pack today. And by Geico, where 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Back at Gillette Stadium, Jim Nance, Phil Simms on the scene here for CBS. And our aerial coverage provided by DirecTV. Here's Brady. Fumbled it. Last snap. And this time he's going to swing it over to Taylor. Eddie Taylor finds a little crease. Takes advantage of that crease for 13.
Well, let's take one more look. Watch Suggs on the outside. Watch his little fake to the inside. Oh, just a quick move makes Matt Light lunge forward. And when an offensive lineman comes forward, they are in trouble. And he just grabs him, throws him around, and gets there. And they're all taught from the outside. When you're going for the sack, make sure you get that arm and rip it across the quarterback's arm to make him fumble.
First down throw, and it's a beauty. It's Aiken. Oh, he threatened to cut it to the sideline, went back middle. Good piece of maneuvering for 26.
Yeah, it sure was. Again, they caught him in a blitz, and it's a soft coverage behind. So there are a lot of open holes to throw the football to, and Tom Brady went to the biggest one right in the middle. Look at that, wide open.
Aiken to the right, Moss in a slot to the left. Brady's looking for Moss. He plucks it out of the air and takes it to the 19.
How about this drive? A screen pass to start it, to slow the pass rush down. You blitz him, they crease you. Now you play soft coverage zone, you're protected against the big play, and you can throw those types of passes down the middle. Perfect spiral by Tom Brady, because Randy Moss is 6'5", big target, a lot of room for error for the quarterback when you throw to targets like that.
Moss's second catch of the day. 2 grabs for 36 yards.
It's like they made Tom Brady mad, so
Right, Taylor for a simple 4-yard run. Got a big college football day coming up next Saturday on CBS. Home Depot SEC, a day-night doubleheader. First, unbeaten Crimson Tide taking on Ole Miss. And the big one in prime time, top-ranked Florida. And the Bayou Bengals of LSU down in Death Valley. The day begins with the TIAA Crep College Football today. That's all next Saturday on CBS. LSU preserving that unbeaten record at the end just yesterday. And Georgia scoring late to win it. 2nd and 6. And that's Falk. 3-yard gain sets up 3rd and about 3. This offense, you feel like it's getting some sort of rhythm going here. At least they were until they got inside the 20 so far. We'll see what happens on this next down. But even Brady told us the other day that we're trying to find our own identity.
well, I think Bill Cowher was saying that today in the pregame show. It takes a few games to find out what you do well, and that's your identity. And the Patriots, the good mixture, and just running the ball enough to keep the defense honest.
Looking for Moss. Moss has it at the goal line. Touchdown, New England.
Well, I think as a defense, I look at the Ravens and go, you lost your patience. You send everybody on the blitz, and Tom Brady, it's just, well, where am I going to throw it to Randy Moss? It's not even a good throw by his standards. Look at everybody on the blitz, just lobs it up, and the worst that's going to happen is maybe it's going to be incomplete. Good adjustment by Randy Moss.
Randy Moss's first touchdown catch of the season. Gostowski, and the lead is back to 10. Well, it wasn't until the 29th reception of the season for Moss was a flag on the point after. 29th catch of the year before he found the end zone.
Offside. Offside defense, number 41. In the neutral zone for snap. 5-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Will kick it from the 35. Moss, 2 catches on that series. Brady brings him right back after giving up the fumble and a touchdown. Well, we had spoken of the Patriots' lack of success the first 3 weeks, getting it into the end zone when they were inside the 20 in the red zone. But they've had it now 4 times today inside the 20, resulting in a field goal and 3 touchdowns, including the last 3 trips. Look at this boot. Gostowski sends it all the way through the back of the end zone. Tonight on CBS, Second Chances come to life in the medical drama Three Rivers. It premieres right after The Amazing Race on CBS, America's most watched network. Well, you would think for Flacco and the Ravens, they probably feel a little bit out of sync. It's been such a long time they've had any chance to really get a rhythm or a flow out on the field.
Well, I think that's been the problem with every offense so far this year against the Patriots. Their offense controls the football. If you don't pick up 3rd downs, it's going to be rough.
That's Clayton. Spins out to the 34. 13 yards on that one.
You know, as I watch this game today, I just think, well, maybe the Ravens have not kind of stayed with their run maybe as much as they could, just to keep the Patriots from being so aggressive.
Well, they've run it 6 times with Rice, and he's picked up 45 yards, 9 a pop. McGahee 3 carries. That's 9 for the game for the Ravens. Flacco flings it, has his man. It's Mason, and a flag down in the secondary. Mason finally with another catch since the first quarter. This one for 20.
Pass interference. Offense number 85.
Well, take it away.
10-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Top of your screen. And you know what? It's not much, but it's a good call. And you know why it's a good call? Because the defender has a right to the territory he is in. So when they run into you, that's an offensive penalty. The defender did not initiate the contact.
Rice running it. Look at this kid run. There he goes to the 50. Ray Rice inside the 30. Finally pushed out at the 27. Ray Rice breaks a long one, his longest run of the season, right on the number 50 yards with that rush.
Well, Ray Rice has a nice little saying. He says, slow to, fast through. So take your time when you're making your read, but once you make it, take off. And that was a good example. He let it develop. The blockers got in position, and then you saw the speed he took off.
They go back to him. He stumbles. Still wiggles for a couple. Where's Ray Rice? You'd say, well, he just carried it for 50 yards. They go right back to him. This is a kid that's used to doing everything. We were talking to him last night about his days at New Rochelle High School in New York. Did a little bit of everything, didn't he? I mean, he did absolutely everything.
Everything. Return the kicks, do the kicks, carry the ball, catch it, kickoffs, punt. I mean, it's all. And he's old school. He didn't use that old square toe kick and shoe. He did it with whatever he had on. He didn't have time.
Didn't have time to change.
Shoes.
Now, 2nd and 8. Flacco. Oh, coming up quickly on the hit was Merriweather. Again, closing in on a hurry on Kelly Washington.
How about that? You know, just good recognition by Merriweather. The blitz, they throw it quick, and out of nowhere, here he comes. It's not only that he's getting up there, he's about another foot. He's going to intercept this and go all the way.
So a big 3rd and 8 coming up, closing seconds, 3rd quarter.
He has had a very good day. Maybe the difference on the defensive side in this whole game has been Brandon Merriweather. Broke up the sure touchdown earlier in the game.
Rice, what a move. Trying to pick up the first, and he was able to squeeze through there for the first, but we'll see what the infraction is.
Wow, you said it. What a couple moves. Has to be offsides by the defense. They were blitzing, didn't time it.
Offside. Defense. Nose guard in the neutral result to snap. Penalties decline. The play results in a first down.
That was some cut by Ray Rice. Goes for 10 yards. And again, back to the no huddle, which is, as they told us last night, they consider this to be their base attack. That'll close out the quarter, actually, with New England up 24-14. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Field, the first series. And the Ravens now trying to do something here to start the 4th. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms at Gillette Stadium. 1st and 10. Rice. And that's good for a couple. Right into the arms of Vince Wilfork. Rice will get a breather, and McGahee will come in. That was some effort he made to pick up the first, and at the end of the 3rd quarter, talking about Ray Rice.
Look at that move. Oh, that one knows the situation, saw the first down marker, split him. Got a first down by a yard.
2nd and 8. Flacco up top. McGahee has it, holds on to it. Touchdown, Baltimore. McGahee's 7th touchdown overall of the season. There's a couple of University of Miami guys jawing there a little bit. Merriweather and McGahee.
Against Pierre Woods on the inside. That was one nice move. So many times linebackers expect the running backs to break to the outside. When they come back underneath, it catches them by surprise. Nobody in the middle. Good job by Joe Flacco.
Hauschka brings it back to a 3-point game. McGahee's 7th touchdown of the season. That's tops in the NFL 2009.
CBS, home of Super Bowl 44.
Including the postseason. It's now the 5th consecutive game Willis McGahee has scored a touchdown. Coming up to the 5. That's Maroney. And stopped at the 26.
Jim, let's look at it and just show you how you get touchdowns. You got to take advantage of opportunities. Here's Todd Heap. Watch the safety come up and cover him, and then McGahee now has the whole middle of the field to run down the middle and get that touchdown. So when you have, that'll make you pretty happy, quarterback and receiver, but when you have good players like Randy Moss, Todd Heap, if the defense puts too much attention to him, it does open up opportunities.
Just a couple yards for Fred Taylor. Now, Brady and Moss back out here. They were working it well that last series.
Right before the series, they were talking on the sideline. It was a nice talk, too, because those passes led to a touchdown. And, you know, sometimes a receiver like Randy Moss says, just throw it to me. And then what he's saying to you, nothing bad will happen.
That pass intended for Welker. Covered by Chris Carr. You had guys would say that to you sometime. I guarantee. Don't worry about it. Just throw it to me. I'll take care of it.
Mark Bavaro. Bill Parcells would tell me sometimes he's a good receiver. Remember, Sims, when he's covered, he's open. So I go, you know what? The sad thing is, I understand what you're saying, Coach.
I got it, yeah.
And Randy Moss fits into that category, no question, of course.
3rd and 8. First down, picked up by Welker. Gain of 11.
Tom Zibikowski on the coverage. Blitz picked up, but Wes Welker to the right of your screen just runs across. You're so used to seeing him make moves and break to the sidelines. That time it was full speed, gaining ground, and good throw and catch.
For Welker, that's his 5th catch of the day for 44 yards. Brady's going to run free and step out at the 46. They give him 7 on that one.
Well, I think we can say, I'm sure to be talked about and overanalyzed, and we'll look at every little single throw he made this week. But Tom Brady is absolutely showing the so-called rust. He's been decisive when they're open. He's hit them. And he's moving around the pocket very well.
Yes, he is. Gliding around over here. He just dumps it. On 2nd and 3, picks up 4. First down at the Baltimore 49. Well, he's got, I mentioned earlier, Josh McDaniel and that chemistry they have. Spend a lot of time these days with Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, and then what did he kind of characterize Josh McDaniels was, you know, everything is good, that's good, and Bill O'Brien kind of compared him to Charlie Weiss a little bit, just a little bit rougher in the delivery, if you know what I'm trying to say.
I think I know what you're saying.
Just a little bit more to the point.
Oh, almost able to get away, but Johnson's playing a good game here. A loss of a yard. Tomorrow, CSI Miami. Well, someone's looking for some action. And that's going to cause some trouble on CSI Miami tomorrow on America's Most Watched Network.
Well, you even heard the crowd getting uneasy because Lawrence Maroney, I hate to do it, it's just they talk about it. Don't dance in the hole. Don't wiggle. Just run. What you do against a defense like the Ravens. You try to make a cut, 4 guys tackle you.
Second and 11. Quick throw, Morris. Sammy Morris riding right past the first down yardage. Boy, there was a lot of congestion there, and he fought his way through it. Ion Badejo is shaken up. Has Sammy Morris made some big plays today?
He has. On the outside, it's a blitz, so they automatically go to these screens. Tough running. Big first down for the Patriots.
Injury timeout on the field. It's been a hard-hitting afternoon. Ion Badejo. Injured at the end of that last play. He's on the back of Morris. Watch his right leg. Actually his left leg.
Well, at least he walked off, Jim. You know, just go back to the point of that play. When you watch these Patriot runners, when they get the football in their hand, they are heavy-footed and hard driving. There is no messing around. When you get an opportunity to carry the ball to the Patriots, you better take advantage of it because there's a long line wanting to get that chance.
So after Morris picks up the first down, they run it with Kevin Falk near another first. Ray Lewis wrote him down.
Snap count, how quick. But just right away before the Raven defense can identify who's where. And Chris Baker gets Ray Lewis just enough of him. Good hard running. And they fall forward. They don't get stopped too often. They get that extra yard or two.
Another first down carry for Falk. This time shut down by DeJuan Landry and Suggs. Picks up 3. Ray Lewis was telling us last night, Phil, about that. So excited about the fact the Ravens have that matching offense now, and how they're just excited to get the offense back on the field. You know, this used to be so much the personality of this team was all about the defense.
Yeah. And it's true. He goes, yeah, when we come off the field, we're excited. Hey, guys, and Ray Lewis said it. I sit up and watch our offense all the time now because I know how good they are.
A 2nd and 7. And Brady, leaping attempt and caught by Falk. He's a yard short of a first.
Well, let's see. I've seen Falk catch this type of pass today. I've seen Edelman catch that type of pass. Sammy Morris did it. And in previous weeks, I've seen Randy Moss come under. So versatile players and many ways to do the same play is always a key to having success in the NFL.
Could be a challenge here, I think, on the Falk catch coming from the Baltimore sideline.
Baltimore's challenged the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
They want him to take a look at it. Will it be 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 7? Here's what they're going to look at. Now we're back here at Gillette Stadium. We're still reviewing that last pass play to Kevin Falk. Don't think there's enough evidence here to overturn this one. In fact, Falk did a masterful job of keeping his hands under the ball as he fell to the ground. See what Ron Winter says.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. There's a catch. Third down, 1. Baltimore is charged with the team timeout.
So that's the first timeout against the Ravens this half. It's the 7th reception of the day by running backs on the Patriots side.
I tell you, and Coach Harbaugh, he has been up and down that sidelines. I don't think he's really stopped yelling at the officials since the start of the second half. And he did get a penalty on the first drive, but also, you know, I think there was a little something to it. Maybe they get the pass play overturned, but I'm not sure he didn't also call it just for his defense to settle them in and know how big this play is.
Confusion for the Ravens. One player trying to run out there at the end. Foxworth. Ends up being, we're told, the timeout by the Patriots. Belichick is the one who called it.
Boy, he saved the Ravens. They did not have the right personnel on the field. Why, I don't know. You've got to be standing there waiting and watching the other side when they're bringing the players in. Ray Lewis.
There's been a lot of time to think about this 3rd and 1, and a crucial one it is, as the Ravens need to try to hold this to a 1-score game, hold them to nothing bigger than a field goal.
Well, that's exactly what it's about, Jim. A lot of time to second guess your decision making.
So here we go, 3rd and 1 from the Ravens 17. Morris is the tailback, and he's had a blockbuster day. Delivered a number of times. Going to get another chance at it here. Morris leans and has the first, but there is a flag.
There is no foul on the play, as number 76 had reported eligible prior to the snap.
Sebastian Vollmer, the tackle, the rookie out of Houston. They pick up the flag. Morris with 9 touches in this game. 9 times he's touched it. 6 times he's delivered a first down.
Go to the edge. Get away from Haloti Ngata inside. That's what the Patriots did. Good decision. Get the first down.
It's a first down from the 15. Catch at the 10, and a quick stick on Sammy Morris, delivered by Fabian Washington.
You know, as you watch this Patriots offense, and I'm not comparing it to the Indianapolis Colts, but the one thing in common, the quarterbacks, the coaches, no matter what the situation, backed up, they'll put Tom Brady in the shotgun because they trust him. Through all the years and hard work and training, they trust him to do the right thing with the football.
You see, they've done it today in the red zone and struggled mightily the first 3 weeks. Touchdowns the last 3 trips in the red zone, looking for a 4th. Ravens had yielded only 2 touchdowns coming in 8 opponent trips. It's Brady incomplete.
Oh, man, you know, he sometimes as a quarterback, Jim, before the ball snaps, you go, I'm going left or I'm going right. If he goes right, it's a walk-in touchdown. Nobody covered Wes Welker.
Well, he went Moss's way instead.
Watch Wes Welker to the right side. He comes in motion, and they confuse who's got who. Once he goes inside, nobody covered him. Didn't have enough guys to that side.
Well, they've hit their last 3 third downs. Need to get to the 5. Brady from the gun, rifles it, ball tipped, and falls incomplete. Ravens defense does what it had to do.
Well, they were not going to let him throw it to Wes Welker. And Terrell Suggs, once again, 55, gets in there and knocks the pass down.
And they'll bring out Gostowski, and the Ravens defense able to keep Baltimore in the game here.
You know, I was going to say, you talk about the red area. This probably, maybe, was the biggest red area possession of the day. Somebody's got to cover him.
Oh, hold on a minute here. They snap it to Hanson, who throws it. There's a flag down. He throws it to Chris Baker. Baltimore's pretty certain New England wasn't set.
Hey, give me a K-ball. Give me a K-ball.
Illegal motion. Number 86 is on the line of scrimmage and in motion at the snap.
Okay, I was going to say, wait, what's wrong with this? But he was the in man on the line of scrimmage, so he's not allowed to go in motion, since if he'd have been off the line of scrimmage, yeah, they lined up wrong.
Not sure he would have had the first down. You know, look, he tried to reach out for it. He might have been about a yard short had there been no flag. He shoved out by Suggs.
I'm not, you know, well, they didn't line up. I was going to say, why couldn't that be just called a shift by the Patriots? They lined up in a correct formation and then shifted to another correct formation. You're allowed to, in the NFL, in college, you can line up anywhere and then shift to correct formation. In the NFL, you got to start. Well, he never established that he was the in man on the line of scrimmage.
He would have been short of the first. Reminded me a little bit of a game we did years ago in St. Louis with Adam Vinatieri. Remember that? Direct snap to Vinatieri, and he threw a touchdown to Troy Brown.
That's when the Patriots were beat up, and they were looking for anything they could way to find ways to score.
You know, if he was short there, can they refuse it?
Yes, that's what we're going to.
Illegal motion. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, fourth down.
Challenge flag being carried around. And he's going to throw it now. Harbaugh throws the challenge flag.
Baltimore's challenge a ruling on the field of a completed pass.
So, back under the hood. Another break in the action here. 7 minutes to go.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Ford F-150, built Ford tough, and by the newest $5 footlong. Try the spicy buffalo chicken footlong. Subway, eat fresh.
We're back here at Gillette Stadium. It's a little complicated here because there was a penalty called on the play on the fake field goal throw to Baker. What do you have here, Phil?
Well, first off, the shift outside, we talked about that. You have to reset once you shift, and I don't think the Patriots ever reset. And then the other thing they could question here, Jim, was the pass completed. Well, I think we saw that they completed the pass. Now that the pass is completed, where is he out of bounds? Did he make a first down? If he didn't make a first down, then of course the Baltimore Ravens would take the football short of where it was, since it was fourth down.
So Ron Winter can go in, and he has already been in there to see if it's verified as a catch, then try to determine, did his foot step out at the 7?
Because here he is set. Boy, I'll tell you, it's close. They never set the formation when he was inside. He catches the football, stretches forward. It'd be interesting where they mark it. Could be short, and the fact that it comes out of his hand, feet are in.
He's still in bounds there.
And there the football's out. Looks like it would be short of the first down marker. Even though he loses control of the football, it doesn't matter because he caught it without a defender on him 2 feet down. So it's not a fumble, or it is a complete pass.
After review, the receiver did complete the catch in bounds for a first down, But because of the illegal motion, a 5-yard penalty will be assessed from the previous spot. Repeat, 4th down.
Okay, well, all right. I think we're right. And I'm not sure. I'm not that convinced about he had the 1st down. Because the last angle we showed, that football looked like it went out of bounds before the 5-yard line.
It all results in the end. Gostowski staying out there, Hansen on a hold, and a field goal attempt of 33 yards. Hansen gets it down, and Gostowski has made his last 28 kicks in the 4th quarter. But the margin is only 6. Again, the Ravens defense comes up with a win.
Yes, you're right, Jim. It's been a rough day, but that is a win. You held them to 3. You give your offense a chance to win the game.
Still 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Baltimore's down to 1 timeout after losing that challenge.
To me, that was a good challenge by John Harbaugh, because he could have kept the points off the board. And that makes a whole different scenario for the offense. Now that you need a touchdown, you might be more inclined, if you get the ball in decent field position, to play 4-down offense instead of 3, since it's a touchdown instead of a field goal that you need.
That was a 15-play drive for the Patriots. It lasted over 7 minutes, but resulted in only 3 points.
They can, again, boy, the Patriots can string together some plays.
Yes, they can. They can hold on to it for a while.
Of course, when you watch them practice on a Friday, where a lot of teams take it easy, they ran through about 100 plays on Friday. They're ready.
Gostowski drives this one. It's going to be run out by Webb. And he's got some room. Plus the 30 gives them an excellent starting point at the 36. 38-yard run back. We've got a double header next Sunday on CBS, and early many of you are going to see the Oakland Raiders take on the New York Giants. That headlines the early window, and late most of the country will see New England against Denver. It all begins with the NFL today at 12 noon Eastern time. JB, Dan, Shannon, Coach Cower, and Boomer. Doubleheader weekend. Both college football Saturday and then again on Sunday. Two-back set here with McGahee and McClain. Delay give. McGahee for 4 yards. Boston had quite a stormy weekend till today. It just cleared up. Beautiful sunny skies and a game to match. As Flacco throws it to Heap. He's about a half-yard shy of a first. Give him 5.
You know, I always love to watch teams in this situation. What are you going to do? You know, and I'm really referring to the Patriots defense. So here they are, 6 points ahead. Make no bones about it. They just sent everybody that time. Not afraid to force the action.
Ray Rice has returned. He stumbled right on the handoff as Ty Warren was in the backfield. No gain. Now what do you do? They have only 1 timeout left. Do you want to give the football back to the Patriots? Can only stop the clock once. Well, look at Warren fighting off a block.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. We haven't said it, but he has really played well today. Pushed the pocket tremendously.
He got right past Marshall Yanda.
Oh, yes, who came in the game. You're right, Jim. At right tackle. This is a good call. I would go for this in this situation. You need a touchdown. It's not a field goal.
You know, they had the offense off the field, already on the sideline, punting unit out there. Called for a measurement now, which will certainly give him a chance. Yep.
It's going to be 1 yard, and John Harbaugh, smart. He said, let me have a measurement. Let me see where it is. How big is this? And it's not even a yard.
Also gives his offense, though, a chance, because there was a little moment of confusion there, to settle down.
Yes.
Get the chain gang out there, huddle up, and now they have the big 4th down play coming.
You haven't stopped the Patriots offense today. What makes you think all of a sudden now that they're going to pull back and you're going to get it done? So this is a good call by John Harbaugh.
They're going to go for it with McGahee, the running back.
Well, they got him up there to stop inside runs, and they're going to blitz.
They pack the middle. They go with McGahee, and it's clogged up. He tried to reach out for it, but I believe he's still short.
What I say, you like to see what teams do in these situations. The Patriots said you are not running it. They were going to make them throw it to pick up this 1st down. The defensive front, the blitzers, everybody in position. You couldn't block them all.
They're bringing out the chains, but I think they're going to be about more than a half yard short.
Well, it's definitely short. Still, I'm not second-guessing the decision to go for it at all. Well, Jim, let me just show you what I mean. When you look at this defensive front, as you look at it, they got all the big linemen inside. You got the linebackers up on the line of scrimmage, and you got a safety just in case the ball bounces outside. He's going to be in position to make the tackle. Look at it, two unblocked defenders to the runner.
Gary Guyton and Brandon McGowan. Don't worry about it, if I read that right, off the lips of Harbaugh, as Taylor advances it to inside the 43, gain of 3.
Well, you just got, when you make that decision, everybody's got to be behind it. Of course, and defense goes, if it doesn't work, pressure's on you. Really, you're almost in a situation where you can't even give up the 1st down. With 1 timeout, 2-minute warning, and 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Freddie Taylor hobbling to the sideline off that last carry. Brings back Sammy Morris. 2nd down and 7. Morris to the 40. Again, the Ravens defense has a big challenge ahead. Keep him out of field goal range and a possible clinching field goal. Logan Mankins and Ray Lewis tangling a bit.
You know, Jim, it wouldn't surprise me to see the Patriots run the football here. Of course, they could do so many. They have so many options at 3rd and 5 or less. But if they run it and they get it down to a yard or so, I believe they'd go for it on 4th.
Got to get to the 35. 3rd down play. Brady rolling out. Pass is too high. Ravens will get the ball back, down 6.
Well, they go with the old 49er play, sprint right option. Then they give it to Wes Welker in the slot. Tom Brady, the problem with this play, he's running so fast to get away from the rushers. Hard to get yourself gathered and make a perfect throw. Good coverage, too.
Used only about 1 minute and 40 seconds on that possession, did the Patriots. Ed Reed drops back to the 10, waiting for the punt from Hansen. Did he kick it too far? Yes, he did. Flies into the end zone. So it's only a net of 19 yards on the punt. They'll have it at the 20. Coming up, the Subway post-game show. JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer, Coach Cower. All the latest scores and highlights, and it's coming up on the Subway post-game show.
You know, I hate to relive the past here, but you know, when a field goal kicker would miss a field goal, you'd go, okay. But when a punter kicked it into the end zone from certain parts of the field, that was for some reason a lot harder to take.
It is. It really is.
I'm telling you, and I just saw a bunch of Patriots when it went in the end zone. About 10 of them just turned and walked right to the bench.
It's deflating. On first down, Flacco flings it, sideline, catch made by Clayton. That was over Wilhite, gains 12.
That's a clean catch. I wouldn't want to make a living throwing those type of passes.
Be holding your breath for a while, wouldn't you?
Oh my gosh. I'd get in shape because I'd always be running towards the sideline, ready to make the tackle with the interception.
Flacco given the time, and Mason gives him the catch. Forward progress to the 40. Yeah, he spotted at the 43. It's good for 11.
Well, that's 2 big first downs. Now you, without a doubt, are in 4-down territory already, and you're making the clock. You're not making it a factor by getting those 2 first downs on the first 2 plays.
Blitz. Flacco is absolutely sandwiched. Sanders and McGowan got there at the same time from opposite sides.
Untouched. What we call this, as you hear it, a free runner. McGowan, nobody touches him, and shoot, boy, what a hit. And Joe Flacco, you just got to know, be surprised if they don't blitz you every play from now on. Think blitz first and react if they don't.
Second down and 10 with 2:57 remaining. Flacco zings it. Clayton reaches out, but he's a yard short.
What a catch.
Gain of 9. They hurry to the line. Rice is the running back. Might be a sneak here. Flacco drives ahead. Got the first down.
That was a good call, going for the quarterback sneak.
Didn't waste any time either, did they?
No, that's right. Don't let the defense dig in. I was going to say if they could get 2 plays off before the 2-minute warning.
Looks like it'll only be 1 now.
Still plenty of time for the offense, though.
Flacco, pass, Clayton to the New England 37. Another 9-yard gain. 2-minute warning. A good one at Gillette Stadium.
2 feared pass rushers, Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck.
The Subway post-game show. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Cower. All the latest NFL scores and highlights, all coming up on the Subway post-game show. Most of the early games complete. A lot of people hanging on to see what's going to happen in this one.
And New England still has 2 timeouts, too, in case they need it.
Second and 1 and a timeout already. Just like that, called by New England. They checked out the formation, called the timeout.
Interesting. You know, I'm always save those timeouts in case you need them. Use them in the first half almost no matter what. In the second half, guard them for the last drive of the game so your team, if you're behind, they can use them. Or to give your team a last chance with the football.
How about Joe Flacco here at the home of Tom Brady? Back at his home, by the way. He still lives with his parents in the offseason outside the Philadelphia area, officially in New Jersey. But on his wall, as a young boy growing up, he had a poster of Tom Brady. Never met him.
Never said a word. Nothing, no.
Not sure if they met before the game today. Said actually they'd like to meet him after the game and say, hey, we beat you. And he's trying to do something Brady's been the master of. Fourth quarter comebacks. Here he hands off. Rice has his 100-yard game with that carry, and he's down to the 32 with a gain of 4.
Yeah, the safeties for the Patriots, McGowan and Merriweather, they got it. They know how to find the football.
Rice at 103 yards on 11 carries. First down. Flacco buys time, steps up, look out pick. Well, deflected off the hands of Rice. You never knew. Rice usually very reliable coming out of the backfield.
He couldn't get that one.
No, he's way too high. Flacco on the run, got away from him. .132 on the clock.
Three-down line, little change up the last couple plays by the Patriots.
Blitz. Flacco gets it away. Rice weaves past traffic. Rice inside the 20. And another Baltimore first down. Goes for 14.
Ray Rice. He's the fastest guy with the football in his hands right now. Good job of getting it to him.
Flacco lobs it to the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Clayton.
You know, before the last play, Jim, I was going to say these receivers running down the field, hustling back, getting in the huddle, running back outside. Hard to have it. Clayton, good job. That's just good coverage.
Yeah, that was Butler, the rookie from Connecticut. Second-round draft pick. Flacco has thrown it a career-high 44 times. 1:05 on the clock. 2nd and 10. They go underneath. Kelly Washington. It'll be a 3rd and 3. And they're showing a lot of poise right here. No panic. A lot of times you'll see teams get a little panicky and blow a down call.
Well, they still have one timeout left.
Need to get to the 10 for a first. And again, it's 3rd down. Flacco goes up top, incomplete. Broken up, looking for Mason. And again, it's Butler, the rookie, making some plays.
How about that? Again, reading the drop of the quarterback. Watch his eye. Look at 28. Finds the receiver. And how do they do it? Sees the quarterback, makes the perfectly timed break.
Well, it all comes down to one play here for the Baltimore Hopes. With 32 seconds, can the young, fast defense of New England?
I'd almost take the timeout. I would take the timeout if I were the Patriots. I mean, the Ravens.
4th down, Flacco. Dropped! Clayton right in his hands. The pass was right there.
He tried to run with it before he caught it. He was trying to catch the football, turn inside, and score. Well-designed play. The perfect call. Instead of throwing the fade to the outside, watch him move before it gets there. You see him going back inside because he could feel the defender behind him to the outside. What a good throw by Joe Flacco. Right between the numbers.
Absolute disaster for the Baltimore side. Would have had a 1st and goal to go. The chance to win it at the very end. Couldn't ask for a better throw.
And they would have had a timeout too, Jim.
Couple of kneel downs, and New England's on its way to 3-1. Bill Belichick, raised in Maryland. First NFL job was with the old Colts in '75. Decorated athlete back at Annapolis High School. And he sends the Baltimore side home with his first loss of the season. Tom Brady, regular season and postseason. Now he's got quite a win streak at home.